Have you ever heard the nickname Honest Abe? It wasn't just a catchy phrase. It was earned through a lifetime of integrity, starting from his earliest days. Today, I want to share a couple of stories that perfectly illustrate why Abraham Lincoln deserved that title. Let's travel back to when Lincoln was a young man, working as a clerk in a small shop in New Salem, Illinois. It was a simple job, measuring out goods, making change, and chatting with the local townsfolk. One evening, as he was closing up the store, he began to tally the day's earnings. While counting the money in the drawer, he realized something was off. He had accidentally overcharged a customer by just a few cents. Now, for many people, a few cents wouldn't be a big deal. It was late. The customer was long gone, and the amount was tiny. It would have been easy to just forget about it and head home. But that wasn't Lincoln's way. For him, it wasn't about the amount of money. It was about the principle of the matter. He knew he had someone else's money, and his conscience wouldn't let him rest. So, after a long day of work, he locked up the shop, and walked several miles in the dark, all to find the customer's house and return those few cents. Imagine the customer's surprise, opening their door late at night to find the young store clerk standing there, holding out a few coins. This small act speaks volumes about his character. It shows a deep-seated commitment to doing the right thing, no matter how small the issue or how great the inconvenience. This dedication to honesty wasn't a one-time thing. It was a pattern of behavior that started even earlier in his life, when he was just a boy growing up on the frontier. As a young man, Lincoln had a voracious appetite for knowledge, but books were a rare and precious commodity. He would borrow any book he could get his hands on, reading by the dim light of the fireplace after his chores were done. One day, he borrowed a biography of George Washington from a neighbor named Josiah Crawford. He treasured this book and read it eagerly. To keep it safe, he tucked it into a crack in the wall of his log cabin before going to sleep. Unfortunately, an unexpected storm rolled in during the night. Rain seeped through the logs and completely soaked the book, leaving its pages warped and stained. When Lincoln woke up and saw the damage, his heart sank. He knew he had to make it right. He didn't try to hide the damage or make excuses. Instead, he took the ruined book straight to Mr. Crawford and explained what had happened, offering to pay for it. Mr. Crawford, seeing how genuinely sorry the young Lincoln was, made him a fair offer. He told Lincoln he could work off the debt. For the next 3 days, Lincoln worked tirelessly on Crawford's farm, pulling fodder and doing whatever was asked of him. At the end of those 3 days, the debt was paid, and the book was his to keep. He didn't just replace the value of the book. He demonstrated that his word and his responsibility were worth more than any convenience. From returning a few cents, to working for 3 days, to pay for a damaged book. These stories paint a clear picture of a man built on a foundation of unwavering integrity. These weren't grand public gestures designed to win votes or fame. They were quiet, personal acts of honesty that defined who he was long before he became president. It was this character, forged in the small moments of his youth, that guided him through the most challenging times in American history. And it's why, to this day, We remember him not just as a great leader, but as Honest Abe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.